Peace. Welcome to YouTube live book reading of Animal Speak by Ted Andrews. Learn the language of the animals, the spiritual and magical powers of creatures great and small. I'm your moderator and narrator, Uriel Riley. Thank you for being here. We are part three of chapter three, the three-part series. So we will be concluding chapter three today. Welcome all. Welcome. Peace and highest heart love. We pick up at chapter or page 34. Here we go. When you begin to behave in the manner most natural to you and use, if only in simple ways, your innate abilities, your life begins to work. Animals never get hung up on fruitless repetition of behaviors and patterns that are doomed to fail. They don't put on airs. When you begin to be true to your higher self, your own magnificence begins to manifest. And people begin to notice a newness about you. They may not be able to define it, but it is a nobility manifesting from your true essence within inside you. Earth is the element with its direction to north. Associated with this lesson, this element is symbolic of wisdom, patience, and prosperity. Part of the lesson is that we can receive from Mother Earth all that we need. By being true to yourselves, we will have what we need. Mother Earth is where we have come to learn and to grow. It is where we learn to free ourselves from our limitations. It is here that we begin our quest for the grail of life, which is the quest for our true essence and how best to manifest that essence within our life. Peace, highest heart, love. Welcome to the book reading of Animal Speak. The ancient mystery schools taught the axiom, know thyself and thou shalt know the world. It is this precept that is inherent within the third lesson of predation. That which we know, we share in. When we know ourselves and the treasures within us, we become open to the treasures of the earth. Every animal's abilities are unique. Every human's potential is unique as well. There are many philosophies, systems, and teachers to help us come to greater awareness of our innate abilities. We do not have to limit ourselves to just one. We can gain something from them all. This lesson and its magic involves learning from whatever source you can find. It involves extracting it, reshaping it, and synthesizing it into what works for you as an individual. It involves using what you learn in the manner that is best for you. It is then that your ability to manifest becomes truly empowered. Most people fail at magical practices because they try and manipulate people and situations around them. Magic works best when applied upon oneself. Instead of working from the outside in, work from the inside out. Be and do what is most natural for you and then the world does not need to be manipulated. You find more joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment in yourself, and thus the world reinforces it. A hawk who misses catching a rabbit does not try to become a weasel or a raccoon. It learns to use its natural abilities, its eyes, its speed, its strong talons more effectively. Each time it hunts, it grows stronger and wiser. Even if it does not succeed, it still has no fear. It just hunts more intensely at the next opportunity. It knows instinctively that there are always other opportunities. When we come to understand and learn to use our own talents, we instinctively know there will be opportunities to apply them, even to adapt them. If the hawk doesn't catch the rabbit, it may catch the snake or the mouse. It takes advantage of its opportunities. Peace, highest heart love. Welcome, everyone. Peace, highest heart love. Thank you so much for being here and reading Animals Speak with us. Thank you so much. This is the part of YouTube where we read books and learn. Our totems help us to recognize our opportunities in life. They help define who we are and how to succeed. Their individual abilities reflect our own innate ones. When we learn to live to the highest of our innate abilities, we realize that the world has within it everything we need for fulfillment. Wondrous opportunities begin to manifest so frequently that we cannot ascribe to them to mere coincidence. You will find you will be able to manifest more than what you need to live a joyful existence. And look, here's lessons of using your potential shown. And I'll read the caption down underneath. Thank you guys for being here. The lesson of using your potential. A groundhog has the unique ability to form elaborate dens with many exits and entrances. It can also slow its entire metabolism in response to seasonal changes, hibernation. This death without dying can be learned and used by those with this totem. Page 36. The same skills your totems use to survive and to capture prey can help you to become more aware and sensitive in your relationship to Earth. By letting your totems teach you and help awaken that which is within you, you will be more attuned to the world and more able to partake of the blessings within it. 1. We're going to magical exercises. Thank you guys for being here. Magical exercises. 1. The first exercise is more of a self awareness and self examination exercise than anything else. Familiarize yourself with your totem's unique abilities. The dictionaries in this book and your own research should help you to pinpoint 2 or 3 specific qualities. Take a few moments to relax and think back over your life, starting from now in 5-year increments. Try and determine times in your life when you exhibited those same qualities successfully. Also, try to see those times in your life in which you could have or should have demonstrated those same characteristics beneficially. This will help you develop rapport with your totem, and it will help you to be more aware the next time such an opportunity presents itself. 2. Part of learning to work with this lesson and its magic of manifestation requires that you learn to receive from the earth. Everything we have is available to us, and it is often offered. Everyday gifts and opportunities are offered to us, but we either refuse them or do not recognize them. We have forgotten to receive from the earth, and that is the predation can teach us. What predation can teach us. Unfortunately, in our present society, we hold strong to an unbalanced view of martyrdom. We are taught that if we do not suffer, we cannot grow. We are programmed not to be selfish. We are drilled in our religions and our society to give and give. We are never taught that there are times to receive as well as times to give. Because of this, most people have forgotten to receive. We refuse to receive both big and small. We don't realize that for a manifestation of our dreams to occur, we must be able to receive. People are paid a compliment, and they say such things as, "What, this old thing?" Or, "Oh no, I'm really such a mess today." People offer to help, and we say, "No, thank you. I can handle it myself." If we don't receive the little things, the compliments, the assistance, etc., the universe does not send us the big things. It is the receiving of the little things that starts the magnetic pull, which brings the bigger things into our life. Take time over the next few weeks to receive what is offered to you. Observe how often it occurs and how often you would have turned it down. Try not to feel guilty and don't try and figure out how you can pay it back. Just receive the gifts joyfully and freely. You will have more than enough times to give back in more appropriate and opportune ways later. A predator knows how to receive. When the earth presents a prey opportunity, it goes after it. Mm. It will not eat. If it doesn't, it will not eat. As you learn to recognize and acknowledge your potential, even greater opportunities to manifest it will present themselves to you. Um, the lesson of responsible relationships. We are now down to the last direction, element, and magic. Lesson number 4. All right. Here we go. Page 37. The lesson of responsible relationships. Magic, higher vision, and prophecy. Element, air, direction, east. The intricate web of connections of all life, whether predator or prey, is reflected most strongly through trophism or the feeding process. Solar energy is transformed by plants into food, which then goes through the food chain. Plants manufacture food from the soil and the sun. Grasshoppers eat the plants. Frogs eat the grasshoppers, and so on. This is a predatory transaction, the energy being passed from the eaten to the eater. This is why many societies believe that when you ate what you killed, its energy and essence became part of your own. Everything feeds upon and is fed upon by other life forms. The connections are real and significant. At each step along the way, energy is lost through respiration, body heat, and other natural functions of living creatures. Thus, as the food chain advances through ever higher trophic levels, The number of individuals at each level decreases, like the diminishing point of a pyramid. There can never be as many wolves as there are caribou, or as many swallows as insects. The predators are forever outnumbered. Humans are at the top of the food chain, and this should give us pause for thought. With the destruction of the land and the killing of many species of animals through pollution of the land and their air, by the time the energy of the food reaches us, what condition is in it? Overhunting, destruction of habit, pollution, pesticides, etc., all interfere with the natural predation balance. Interference with the balance of natural predation tends to weaken the species through overpopulation and undernourishment. This is reflected in the human world, just as it is in the natural. Just as in predators and prey within the natural world, every human action is followed by a reaction from all other worlds, whether positive or negative. The predator and the prey process should teach humans that all action entails responsibility. There are relationships beyond what we may initially perceive. Most ancient societies recognized this interaction. All life was honored, and the human life was no more sacred than any other life. Rituals and ceremonies were performed before, during, and after hunting. These rituals grew out of recognition of the intimate relationship between an individual and the spirit of the animal. Thank you guys for the likes and subscribes. Hi, it's Heart Love. Welcome, welcome. Go do what you do. That's right. We read and honor masters over here. We're learning, getting better over here. Go do what you guys do in other parts if you don't want to get better and learn. Peace. In some rituals, participants would ask permission to hunt. Others were designed to reverence and show appreciation for the lives of the animals and to express thanksgiving for the food. Bones were often placed in trees or on the earth near where the animal was killed in thanksgiving and to ask pardon for taking its life. If an animal spirit assisted them, it was honored. Little sister, he cried out, thank you for guiding us here. Thank you for taking care of us all this way. Wherever we go, we will remember your kindness. We shall wear your feathers when you give them to us. We will hold your people in regard and tell our people always to treat you well. I hope you have many children. Wahe, wahe. The flicker flew up in the air, flashing the gold beneath her wings one last time, and then flew back into the forest. People are beginning to recognize the interconnectedness of all life. There are many ways that other life forms, animals, plant, and mineral, enrich our own. They reflect the environmental health of the planet. There is in the utilitarian value, i.e., food, clothing, and such. There is an educational value and an aesthetic and spiritual value. Contact with a diversity of life expands our life vision. As we begin to see the expansiveness of life, a greater, more spiritual vision opens up. This vision can even become prophetic. At some point in our growth, we must come to see beyond the immediate circumstances of our life. We must see the larger repercussions of our life upon all other lives. We are not separate, we are related to all things. This higher vision is the magic of this lesson of predation. It is also why the element of air and its direction of east is associated with it. Air and the east are associated with creativity, inspiration, and higher awareness. The element of air is often representative of the powers of the mind, a new wisdom, and a higher intuition. It is the power of self mastery through appropriate use of strength of will. Air links the earth and the heavens. It is a symbol of the unity of all things. It is what ties all life on this planet together. Nothing can live without air. It is the subtle influence of relationships. The links are not always visible, but they are always present. The element of air is the expansion of the mind. It is learning to control the workings of the mind and to see the links between the earth and the heavens, the animals and the humans, and all life. As we will see in part 2, all birds are associated with the element of air to some degree. Birds of prey, especially, teach the lessons of relationships. They help us to understand that there is more than just an earthly aspect of predation. They teach the intricacies of all life and how to fly to those heights that bring new perspectives on our life and our relationships. Before a major decision were made in many Native American societies, the long range relationships and effects had to be considered. The repercussions upon all life for as distant as 7 generations were often considered. This kind of vision goes beyond mere foresight. As you learn to recognize connections and repercussions in your own life, you can learn to follow the ripples of actions and events to the past or future. This awakens prophecy. Most psychic activity can be tied to this lesson of predation. Divination is the ability to gain knowledge of future or otherwise unknown events. Most psychics who make accurate predictions are able to do so because of their ability to see relationships. They are able, through whatever means they use, to see the pattern that has brought an individual to the point he or she is currently at. If the person continues that same pattern of action, there are likely to be specific and discernible repercussions. Since few people change their patterns, the percentage of correct forecast can be high for someone capable of divining the patterns. Determining that line of relationships is part of higher divination. Among the Lakota Sioux of the Great Plains, reverence is given to an ancient holy woman by the name of White Buffalo Calf Woman. Legend tells how she appeared at a time when the Indians did not truly know how to live. When she appeared, she spoke to the people in a special medicine lodge built specifically for her. She presented the people with the sacred pipe and taught them how it would lead them always in the right direction. The bowl represented the buffalo and all humans, and its stem represented all things that grow upon the earth. She taught them how to use a pipe and of the sacred mysteries of relationships is symbolized. She taught them how the pipe would help them to walk like a living prayer, and with it all could become one. The earth, the sky, the two legged, the four legged and the winged ones, the trees, the grasses, and all living things. This lesson of predation teaches us, like white buffalo calf woman, that all things, all people, all events, and all times are connected. When we can see those relationships and follow them to the past and to the future, we are manifesting the magic of higher vision and prophecy. Highest Heart Love, thank you guys for being here and reading Animals Speak with Us by Ted Andrews. Highest Heart Love. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. Oh my goodness. Highest Heart Love. Much honor and love. We're reading Ted Andrews' Great Animals Speak. Now we're at the final part of this chapter 3, Magical Exercises, page 40 down at the bottom. 1, and there's only 2. Magical exercises. For any relationship to work, there must be 3 elements: silence, respect, and sharing. Relationships teach us silence. Silence enables us to listen and to experience the relationship as it truly is. Silence enables us to listen and to experience the relationship as it truly is. It enables us to know when to speak and act for the greatest benefit. Relationships also teach us respect for other lives and to only take that which is truly needed. Relationships also teach us sharing. They teach us how we can best live in the world with one another. This exercise will give you an opportunity to examine your predatory role in relationships. Allow your totem to lead you along a road to your past. You will stop at each of your most important relationships. Observe yourself in these relationships objectively and allow your totem to show you whether you were in the role of predator or prey, or if there was a sharing of the roles. After examining several of these, you should begin to see a pattern that you usually fall into. When you can see that pattern, allow your totem to lead you back to the present. Then allow your totem to show you the one quality above all else that it can teach you in order to have balance in relationships. Allow your totem to melt into you, to heal and balance and open your eyes to a new awareness. And 2, choose an incident from your present, positive or negative. This can be an event, an outburst, anything that seems to stand out for you in the past 3 months. As you focus upon it, close your eyes. Envision your totem approaching you. Allow your totem to lead you back to the day of that event. Observe it, replay it in your mind. Then allow your totem to lead you further back to show you something that helped lead you to that event. Do this at least 4 times. Some people find that there are large jumps in time in this exercise. They go back 5, sometimes even 10 years, and find themselves replaying a situation from the past that does not seem connected at all. There is almost always a connection, though. The emotion or behavior in the past event may be part of a pattern that led to what you experience recently. Simply observe. When you return, you will have time to contemplate and make the connections. Again, allow your totem to lead you back to the present, past those events. You may wish to have it speak to you, but do have it melt into you. Mhm. Melt into you to heal and strengthen, to bring clarification in the days that follow on the relationships of events. It is a good idea to write down the events you encounter in this visualization. Writing them down will help to draw their essence out of the ethereal mental realm and help you to clarify them in your own mind. Do not be discouraged if you do not achieve results at first. Persist as you develop your relationships with your totem through such exercises as these. The ability to use them for both past and future exploration will develop. Eventually, you can use this same process to explore the impact present, sometimes difficult to be objective. Oh, Eventually, you can use the same process to explore the impact present events will have upon the future. This is a little more difficult because it is sometimes difficult to be objective. There can be a tendency to project what we want to have occur upon the mind rather than see the effects that are actually being set in motion. Work with the past first. Then you begin to have more and more success with it. You can begin to use the process to follow the ripple effects to the future. You will learn to do this for yourself and also for others. This can be used to trace past life connections to the present and present life connections to future lives. Persist and practice. Remember that relationships demand patience and time to develop. Each time you practice, it will become easier. The more you honor and work with your totem, the more you will find opening to you. And that completes chapter 3 of Animal Speak, the mystery and the magic of predator and pray. I wanted to read and show you this one from the lessons of responsibility, of responsible relationships. Here is show a beautiful eagle, and I'll read the caption, and then we'll close out. Have a wonderful Thursday. Highest heart love everyone for being here. Thank you so much for the support, for the likes and subscribes. Trying to get to 500 subs, guys. Thank you so much. The lesson of responsible relationships. We're just reading books and honoring masters on this page, this channel. That's all we do. The lesson of responsible relationships. The eagle is a powerful example of this lesson. Long a symbol of higher spiritual vision, it is at the top of its food chain. It is dependent upon the balance of prey animals beneath it. The prey that eagles eat are often poisoned with pesticides that do not always kill eagles, but often result in their laying eggs, too fragile to survive. Humans are at the top of the food chain as well, and we need to look more closely at this relationship. Learn the language of animals through Animal Speak by Ted Andrews. How to identify and meet and attune to your spirit animals. the spiritual and magical powers of creatures, great and small. We've now completed chapter 3 of Animals Speak, and we'll be back soon with chapter 4. Honor and love, thank you for all being here. We will continue back soon with chapter 4, reading the signs and omens in nature. I'm your moderator and narrator, Uriel Riley. Thank you guys for being here. Highest heart, love, and honor. Thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you for breathing with me and reading with me. Peace. Highest heart, love. Thank you. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for the support.